Hello! Welcome to this video on what changed. We're going to do a custom function where we learn how to do a double for loop. This double for loop is somewhat complicated, but we're going to try to get through it piece by piece. And we have an end goal in mind. So I had just recently made a video about a changelog where anytime we have an edit in the sheet, it can actually log on one of the tabs what was the change, what was the edit, what was the value before, what was the value after, and then you get to see sort of every change that happens within a sheet. But in this case, sometimes we're writing maybe in a team, or we have a copywriter working for us, or we're a writer ourselves, and we just want to see what changes did we make between two sentences, perhaps, maybe between two paragraphs. We just want to see, are there editing, or is there a copy editor that's just editing a couple words, and we just want to double check what they're doing. Well, this is what we get. I'm making a custom function where if we have a sentence here, like every boy has a dream, and we're comparing it to two things. One, B1, the line above it, and B2, the line that it is. Well, here there's no changes. I mean, there's not that there's no change. There's nothing in B1. So we really don't have anything to say, hey, there's something changed. So we wanted to say nothing to compare to. Then we want this function also, same exact function, B2 to B3, tell us, well, boy has been deleted and girl has been added here. And that is exactly what it does here. Here it says every person has a dream. We edited girl to person. And so we want to say, we added person and we deleted girl. And here we changed every person to everybody. And so see, we have it say automatically, we've added everybody and we've deleted every person. So this is what it looks like at the end, but I'm going to rewrite this whole thing with you here in this video so that you can see how we do it from scratch. So I'm just going to go to File, New, Script File, and we're going to go what changed, and we're going to create a function. So I'm going to actually delete this. I'm going to say first, and now when we go back to our sheet, it will say name. So we don't have a function called what changed anymore. So we need to create that. So we just write here what changed. We hit save, and now when we go back, it should say actually absolutely nothing once it loads. It's not going to do anything because we're not returning anything. Okay, so first thing first is we want to get we want to figure out what are all the parts of the cells that we're comparing to. Actually, scratch that. Before we get anything, we need two cells. So we're going to name it first and second here. Now these two inputs, we need to know what they are. In our function here, we're going to be able to have two inputs here, B1 and B2, and we can also put in full sentence. We can put in something like this and see the changes, but really we want to abstract away and we just want to be able to say B1 and comma B2. And so that B1 and B2, we need some inputs here, and that's what we do here. And we can name this anything we want, but right now we're just going to do first and second. Now, when we get these, they're going to be like a whole sentence or a whole string of letters and words. We really just want to pick out all those words, and how we do that is we do variable first equals first dot split. And what are we going to split by? Just a space. And we're going to do that to both of them. Okay, and in this case now we will have an array of, there we go, we'll have an array of words so that we can parse through them. Actually, I'm going to view logs here. It's going to have no function, so we just go to our app script. And here, if we want to see what would happen, what is happening when we split this, what we can do is we can do logger.log first. And actually, I want to call this first array, and I want to call this second array, so we don't write over that array. And then we also want to do the same thing, but second array. And logger helps us figure out what is actually going on. We already have these functions running here, so what's going to be really helpful is that these are always running in our logs. We're going to have those executing. So we'll see what we have here. It says completed. Move my face over here. Sometimes our logs don't show up for a while. You know what? I'm gonna, just so it actually has something to return, I'm going to say return, working on it. And so if we go back to our function, custom function, it'll say that. Maybe we need to cut it and paste it in again. There we go, working on it. So now if we go to our logs, our last log here, and we see that the first array has nothing, which is correct because that's the first, it's a blank thing. Now every boy has a dream is all separated by their words. Cool. So we're well on our way. Now what we need to do is we want to loop through these. Okay. So this is, we're going to write a for loop for, and every for loop has these three parts. It has what does I start at? What does it go to? I is less than, we're going to say first array dot length. That's just, we want to go up until the how long the array is. And then we want to do I plus plus, which means every time we run the loop, add another I. So it starts at 0 and it goes, adds 1 every time. And we have a for loop here. Now we can do anything we want here. We can return logger.log, first array, and then in these brackets we can put I. There we go. Now I'm not gonna show you what happens in the log there because we won't have anything. What we want to do now is another for loop, and we want to do j equals 0, and we want j is less than second array dot length. Same thing, but we're inside of the for loop of the I of the first array. And now we go I plus plus, same here. And we put 2 brackets here so that we are inside of that. So now we can access both the first array and the second array and deal with it as we wish. Right now, this is going to also be logger. Let's do this second array. J. Now we're going to use J here. And if we save that, we can go to log and see what happens. It's going to probably be interesting. Running, and now it will refresh. It will refresh anytime now. This may take... There we go. So now, see, it loops through everything, a bunch of times, and it's looping through every word. Cool. Oh, I just realized I did something wrong here. This is supposed to be J. Here. That was wrong. So that every was funny. It was not doing it correctly. So let's see if we loop through everything. Now, there we go. We now have every single word in both arrays. Cool. Okay, so we don't need this to log now. We just want it to return something. What they do here. What we want to do is let's start getting a return here, and let's just call it all text. And our variable of our all text will be this. Variable all text will equal. We want to have sort of an array of 2 things. We want to know what was added and what was deleted. So let's create up here for variable added equals, and we're just going to create an empty array here, and we're going to fill this and then delete it. Okay. Save that. We get this. Yeah, we know. So now here we are going to return added and then plus added. So we want everything that was added. But we want to also get a, this is going to be interesting. This is this /n is a new line, and we want deleted, colon, and we want to then give us the list of deleted. There we go. So now this alt text will return these two arrays in this format. So let's look at our thing. Perfect. Right now, this is exactly what we should be getting, is just empty arrays, because we haven't added the arrays to them. We haven't added the words that have been added or deleted yet. Perfect. Okay, now in this for loop, we are going to have a few things that happen, right? One, if a word appears in the, like if we have this, right, we want every appears in both of these, so we don't want anything to happen. Boy appear, it's the second word in this one, and it does not appear in this one. Okay, so when that happens, we want to say it's been deleted. Girl here does not appear in this one, so in that case, we want to say it's been added, right? And in this one, every single word is new, but we'll get to that later. But right now, the difference of this is just boy has been deleted and girl has been added. This person has been added and girl has been deleted. So that's what we should have here. We're going to use, in this case, if, and we're going to say if second, no, we'll do this way, first array dot includes, and we're going to say second array, and now we're going to use that bracket, and we're going to say j here. So as it loops through j, it's going to say, well, if this word is included in this array, then yes, do this. And then we want, yep, we need another bracket there. Okay, now we have if. If the second array word is in the first array, then we're going to have this. But we really want to have one more thing here, and we want to say if in the not second array dot includes first array, and here we have I. Now if the now here we're going to say that this is deleted. So deleted dot push first array I. And then we want it to end, right? So let's see what we messed up. All right, I think I have a weird thing here. So this should, I think I forgot one of the curly brackets here. There we go. I think that's where it goes. Nope. One sec. Nope, it was not a curly bracket. It was the parentheses. So I missed both of these parentheses here. There we go. That should work. Now let's see if this works. So now, in this line, boy has been deleted, girl has been deleted, perfect. Deleted every and person. So these words don't appear in the second array, but they do appear in the first array. This is perfect. So that's deleted there. Now we need to add our added, right? So we go else, where are we? We wanted to say else. So if our second array word does not appear in the first array, that means it's added, right? So we go added dot push, and we're going to push the second array, get that bracket, the J, and close that there. Let's save that. So now all we're doing is using includes. We're saying, does this word, is it included in this array? And then if it's not, push it there. That's basically what we're doing here. And now we have this crazy thing, right? So 1 second. Okay, I think I put this else in the wrong spot. I'm just gonna cut it from here and put it right there. That's where it should go, right there. So if the second array word is not included in the first array, that's where we need to go. So let's save that and go back and look at our example. Great. Okay, so now we have a few things going wrong, but these are all good things. So this one says go 4 times. This one says person 4 times. What's going on is this is looping through every single time, and it's looping through and it's saying let's push this 4 times because it's probably the same number as the number of words there, -1. Okay, so what we need to do around this added is we need to put an if. Now if, and in there, we'll put it around there, and we're going to say we're going to only add it if it's not there. Okay. So in this if, we're going to say if added includes second array. So we could have said this: if this is included here, do nothing. But we want the added. So we say if it's not included. So if this second array word is not already included in this added, and this exclamation point at the beginning means not. It means basically figure out if this is true or false and then switch it. And if it's not in there, then add it. And we're going to hit save. And we go back to our thing. And we only have one example of it. Perfect. So what might happen, this does offer the edge case, like if there are 2 words that are exactly the same that have been added, it will only have one. So that might be something to fix later. Another edge case that might happen is that what if we have this? This is just a brand new line, right? We have nothing to compare it to. And it's just going to give us the entire sentence or paragraph. It's going to, every time we do this, it's just going to give us everything. But we know, we see, it's very easy for us to see that there's nothing and there is something. So what we really need to do, and then also, we have another edge case that what happens if they are the same, right? This is a funny edge case because it's fine that these are blank. We can easily see that this is a blank. There's nothing added, nothing deleted, and so we have nothing. But we want it to be very apparent even more. We want to know that, like, these 2 things are the same. We can do that very easily. We can just wrap this entire thing. Let's take out this logger first off, because we don't need that anymore. And we say if first array 2 equal signs is equal to second array, and we're going to do turn nothing changed. Okay, we're going to end there. Now it's going to go through that before it goes through this. Okay, and it's going to say nothing changed here if they are the same. It will go through. Will it? Oh. We want to actually just do right before, we don't even need the array. We just need to know first and second. There we go. Right away, it says nothing changed, and it returns that. Done. Okay, but what if there is nothing before nothing? Or what if it goes to nothing, right? So we have, say, this, right? That's also blank, but we can see that it's blank here. So this one is a little funnier. It's if first is equal to nothing. Or, and we use two pipes here. I don't know what they're called. Big up and down things. They're called pipes, I guess. Second is equal to nothing. Now that's an or. So if either or are blank, we're going to return nothing to compare to. There. And so now we have these two edge cases taken care of right away before we get to the for loop, so it gets us a result very simple, so very quickly, very simply. And it's just going to tell us nothing to compare to. And here, this is nothing changed if they are equal. So if we have this, it'll say nothing changed. There we go. So now we have a really cool little function that allows us to see what are the actual change, what's been added, what's been deleted from these two things. We can check copywriters, we can do our own copywriting and copy editing and keep adding a line and just say like, here's 10 levels of changes for copywriters. This is a really cool way to automatically check our data, right? And I think you can have some pretty cool things with it. Also, what I was playing with before I made this video was something like if words are moved, you can once you can actually loop through them and say, oh, that word does appear in this other thing, but it's in a separate place. Then you can say here's where it moved to. With this I and this J, we can say, oh, it's the first thing and then move to the third thing. But what happened is that once one thing got changed, and everything, or if you added one word, then everything in the rest of the sentence or paragraph got moved one. So the move results were incredibly large. But I think it's a really fun way to get to figure out these two loops. So sometimes if you're just learning Google Script, you'll have this for loop pretty much memorized. But the double loop allows us to go through two different variables very quickly, and it gets us our results of this sort of what changed. It's a cute little change log we can add to our sheets. And if you are watching this and you're a Better Sheets member, then as always, the script and the sheet link are in the description below. If you're watching this on YouTube, then consider purchasing a membership to Better Sheets and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are watching this and you're a Better Sheets member and you're not yet a subscriber to the YouTube channel, come check it out, youtube.com/bettersheets. That's it. That's all you have to go. /bettersheets. youtube.com/bettersheets. You will find us on YouTube. And we're posting some of the videos, but my God, like 80% to 90% of all the videos are still only available to members, and only members are able to get to every single template, every single sheet, every single script I'm writing. You get access to it as a Better Sheets member. Bye, thanks so much, and remember, click subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Bye.